can you tell your understanding about the normalization and what is the main reason for doing the normalization? So just be yourself and try to give the best version from your end. So can you tell me some of your favorite data structure? You must have seen that at the time of the internship, there are already the opportunities are reduced because of the branch and the other things coming up. Like I started my journey from OYO, where I worked for almost 2.5 years. And then I moved to an early stage startup just to know like how things work at a very scratch level. And the recent experience that I hold is of ServiceNow. It's a US-based MNC, as you know, and I used to work from the Hyderabad location. So overall, this around 4 years of experience, I had been majorly on the front-end tech stack working. And primarily, I had taken almost what I can say, more than 200 interviews on the hiring note for OYO, for ServiceNow, and many other companies in that manner. So yeah, that's a bit about me. Would you like to give a brief about yourself, please?
So sir, this is Rishabh again from Geophysics itself, and I have had an interest in coding particularly since my sophomore year, and I have started off with coding since then. I have some interest in data structures and algorithms, and recently I've started exploring the field of backend development. Apart from
Okay.
this, I'm also interested in blockchain technologies, on which I have done a project. I have also done a geophysics related project in collaboration with the Defense Research and Development Organization, that is DRDO.
So can you tell me about your internship experience? What exactly have you worked upon, and what was this live 101? Like, what was your role here?
All right. So this Live 101 is basically an on-demand artist booking portal wherein users can book artists for their events, and there can be any event category, like maybe there can be a wedding or a baby shower or anything like that. So this was basically a startup, and I came across this through one of my seniors. So the role that I performed here was of backend development. I created several APIs throughout their website,
Okay.
and apart from that, I also managed other. I created a few CRUD APIs and other APIs on which several other operations were done. So
Okay.
that was the major part of the intern.
So can you tell me one of the API and the functionality, the most important one that you have built, and what was the actual thing going on? Like, what was the work that was being done by that API? What exactly data it was fetching
All
precisely?
right. So I whole solely worked on the Live 101 Plus feature, which
Okay.
allows users to buy plans and apply some discount at checkout. And I
Okay.
have also worked on the coupons part, which were used by the platform for promotion on social media websites.
Okay.
So I have worked whole solely on these two platforms. So I created several CRUD APIs to begin with for the admin dashboard, wherein he can add some plans or coupons on the database.
Yeah. I think you would have given the interview pad. You can open that and share your screen. So can you tell me some of your favorite data structure? You have to name them.
Sir, I would go with trees.
So let's discuss one scenario for the tree itself.
All
So
right, sir.
you are given a tree. Definitely, let me better complete this. So B and C is a left and right element or node for A,
Yes, sir.
and D is left of B. There is nothing on the right of, or better, maybe I can write null.
Mm.
And here it is E and F. Okay, or
All right,
better,
sir.
let me remove the null altogether. Okay. So this is the scenario. If I just write it, A dot left is B and A dot right is C, and similarly, uh, B dot left is D, B dot right is null, and C dot left is E, and C dot right is F. Okay, this is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before I go ahead, can you tell me which language do you usually code on? Competitive programming.
Sir, usually code on C++.
Okay. Okay. So the struct defined here is something like this. I usually code on Java, so I'll try my best to come to the C++ format. So there is data, obviously. Then there is node left. There is node right. And then there is one more node, which is something we have to worry about, is the next one. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in this problem, your next is pointing to null for every element. And that's what we have to fix here.
All
Okay.
right.
So if I talk about B dot next is also null, C dot next is also null, and obviously other elements D, E, F is also null.
All right.
So what is this next going to tell is next should point the what I can say node on the left, or sorry, on the right side at same level. For example, like for A it will be null only. For B dot next it will be C, because C is at the same level on the just right side.
All right.
Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For C dot next it will be still null. For D dot next it will be E. For
All right.
E dot next it will be F, and obviously F dot next it will be null.
Null.
Are you getting the question?
Yes, sir. So
So
just to confirm,
yeah,
what you're trying to say is, for any given node, I have to find the next node that lies on the same level, and the next
you
point
don't
is
have
a
to
point.
find. You don't have to find. You just have to connect the next node to its right, basically right side of the at the same level. I should better say it right. Connect next to the node on the right side at the same level.
All right.
We'll be having something like connect a node, which will be having what I can say node as a pointer, obviously root, and here you will be returning. I guess this is the function that we'll be working on. Your code here. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So before jumping to code, obviously we'll discuss the approach, what you're thinking of, and all. I think you got the question right.
Yes, sir. I did get the question. Can I have a minute or so to organize my
Yeah,
thoughts
sure,
on this
sure,
question?
sure, definitely.
Okay. Thank you.
If I talk about the CS side, do you have an understanding of the CS concepts like database, operating system, and all?
Yes, sir. I have gone through them. I will try to answer as many as I can.
Okay, great. So let's start with the basics one. Like you must have you must have come across something like an ACID property in a database, right?
Yes, sir.
Can you just quickly tell the full form itself?
Asset properties in database stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability.
Can you tell your understanding about the normalization and what is the main reason for doing the normalization?
So normalization in database simply means to break down a table into multiple tables, and it helps us in reducing data redundancy in a database, right?
Okay, great. So if I talk about the deadlock scenario in the database transaction, can you tell me like what are some of the ways that one can take to avoid the deadlock scenarios?
Sir, in order to avoid deadlock scenarios, firstly, I would like to talk about Windows. What it does is basically ignore the deadlocks, because the deadlocks are not found that often in the system, right?
Definitely, you must have seen that at the time of the internship, there are already the opportunities are reduced because of the branch and the other things coming up. But at the time of placement, definitely we get a lot of many opportunity, and I can see you are really having a good, very good problem solving and the coding skills. So I would say that just keep calm, be yourself. The way that you have given this mock interview, I think you did really very well, and some of the really good interviews that I've seen so far. So just be yourself and try to give the best version from your end. There are some very minor point; those are literally on a minor scale. But I think on a majority of the side, you are doing good. You will see a lot of a bit of a tensed environment at the time of December because of the placements and all. But I would say that since I can see from the background, you are still at your home itself, and that is still good. When if you would have been in the college, the lecture hall and everything becomes very pressurizing place for the December first week and second week, especially the first week, first 2-3 days.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so I would say just be calm, be yourself, and because if especially for you, I can say if you are going to be yourself, it's just another interview. The it would look like okay, you need a job, but I would say on the employer end, they also need a good person, a good coworker.
Right, sir.
So it's equal pressure on everybody, not just on you. Like I'm taking an interview, it's even pressure on me also to evaluate you on all the aspects possible. It's not just the pressure on you to perform better. Okay,
Right, sir.
so I would say just be yourself, and you were really doing very good. Just you can have a furthermore brush up if required. And I can say there are relatively very less areas where I can tell that okay, you need to be really focusing on this areas and so on. Your interview, like again and again I'm mentioning, it was really very good. Just be yourself and your own version,